Yesterday's game against Manhattan Kansas State Wildcats was pushed back. That made today's game against West Virginia a huge deal. A 17-12 team from West Virginia, 11-7 in Big 12 team play last season. The Sooners will then go back to their normal midweek game against the Texas Tech Red Raiders, 11-7 or 18-11, 7-11 in Big 12 play, and they will finish with TCU 22-7, 13-5 in Big 12 play. All right, guys, we'll preview West Virginia, Texas Tech, and TCU next. Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, everybody, and Boomer Sooner. My name's Harry James. Sooners' first game of this week is a rescheduled game from yesterday against the Kansas State Wildcats when there was an outbreak at Kansas State. The West Virginia Mountaineers will come into Norman this weekend, or today actually, 17-12, 11-7 last year in Big 12 play. Lost to TCU 77-63. In their final game last season. No postseason action for West Virginia. Their head coach, Mike Carey, 1980 grad from Salem University, and is in his 18th year in charge of West Virginia. Kyrese Grodzierwick is a leading scorer for West Virginia. Also is Kayla Walker, a 6-2, by the way, West Virginia team in 2020. Double figures for Kyrese Grodzierski, 19.4 points per ball game, 2.8 boards, 4.0 assists. Also, Kayla Walker, 12.4 points per ball game, 3.4 boards, and 2.6 assists per ball game. The Sooners also have a game against Texas Tech. This game will actually be played in Lubbock this time around. 18-11, 7-11 in Big 12 play. Lost their last game last season at OU. 106-94 win over Sherry Cole and the Sooners. No postseason action with no Big 12 tournament. Their head coach, Krista Gerlich, a 1993 grad from Texas Tech. Keep him close to home, baby. And is in her first year in charge of the black and red, or scarlet, whatever one you want to cover. So they might have a new coach, but they do have they also have new players averaging double figures. 6-3 is the overall record for 2020 for Texas Tech, and it includes Vivian Gray and Lexi Gordon for the Red Raiders. Vivian Gray, 18.0 points per ball game, 7.9 boards, and 3.4 assists per ball game. Also, Lexi Gordon, 17.7 points per ball game, 6.1 boards, 1.8 assists per ball game for the Double T and Double R Texas Tech Red Raiders. And the Horned Frogs of TCU, 22-7, 13-5 in Big 12 play, got the win at West Virginia, 77-63 last year. That was the final game of the regular season for TCU. No postseason. Their head coach, Reagan Pebley, 1997 grad from Colorado, and is in her 7th year in charge of TCU. The Frogs this year, 5-3 for the Frogs this year in 2020, and they have Lauren Hurd, number 20, and Yummy Morris, number 5. For the double-figure scoring list this year. We'll start with Lauren Hurd, 19.4 points per ball game, 6.9 boards, 4.0 assists per ball game. Well, Yummy Morris, 11.0 points per ball game, 5.8 boards, and 0.9 assists per ball game for the Frogs of TCU. And the Sooners of Oklahoma, Oklahoma, 12-18, 5-13 in Big 12 play. Lost to Texas Tech, 106-94. Final game of the regular season last year for the Sooners. No postseason action. Their head coach, Sherry Coles, 1987 grad from Oklahoma Christian University, and is in her 24th year in charge of the Crimson and Cream. The Sooners this year, 3-4 in 2020. And so, not a great start, but they do have two double-figure scorers, including Maddie Williams and Gabby Gregory on the team. We'll start with Maddie Williams, 20.3 points per ball game, 4.3 boards, 2.0 assists per ball game. Also, Gabby Gregory, 17.3 points per ball game, 4.6 boards, and 1.7 assists per ball game for the Sooners of Oklahoma. Alright, guys. That's a wrap. You guys know the rest of it. My name's Harry James. You can catch this on all my other videos on YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. Also, Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or on the Twitter machine, @HypeManHarry. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching Boomer Sooner. I'm out of here. Peace!